Hey, we're back with episode 34. Is it 34? Actually,
32.
32. It's not 32. I'm pretty sure it's not 32.
You sure?
Sorry. I missed a couple episodes. Sorry, it probably is 32. It's my bad. let me double check that. Actually, let me double check that. I'm gonna go to my YouTube quickly and double check the episode we're on because I'm totally confused there, bro. Like as you can see, Q is well, we're recording later than normal on a Sunday, but basically what's actually happened is we've had major technical difficulties in terms of just StreamYard. Q, I know you're not on your PC today,
No.
but it doesn't matter. What we say is the show must go on, and yes, you are right. It's episode number 32, bro. Why did I think it was 34?
No, because actually last week we had a technical issue in the middle of the show and we had to stop. So it kind of felt like 2 episodes last week. But
it did.
Yeah, like you said, the show must go on, man. All type of technical issues going on over here at the 808 studio. So we're gonna have to get all that straightened out. But we still gotta record the show and bring the Shoot Dog podcast to y'all weekly.
Yeah. And I know you're a bit disheartened, but bro, we have some stuff to talk about today, bro. Because we'll talk about this later on, but obviously we threw a question out to our people, and they came up with a response, and you made a really good diagram or illustration of all these beautiful sneakers listed up in different types of colorways, and we mentioned this last week as well in terms of colorway discussions and what the best colorways were in terms of that. So we will delve into that into this episode, but also like let's just talk about how the week's been. So how's your week been, bro?
My week has been pretty hectic on a personal level and on the sneaker level because we got the my year Jordan Airship release, not Nike Airship, Jordan Airship release, it was a mess.
So let's not delve into it just yet because I wanna use that as one of the topics that we're gonna discuss. But was it a Jordan Airship or a Nike Airship? Let's just get that corrected because everybody thinks it's a Nike Airship, and even me, I'm thinking it's a Nike Airship or Nike Airship.
It is actually a Jordan Airship. It comes in a Jordan 1 box. Obviously with the my year collab, they gave the black with the blue instead of the black with the red that we see on normal Jordan 1 boxes. But okay, it is a Jordan Airship.
Okay, so basically we got a couple of years back we got the Nike band Airship, and that was a Nike. Apparently, it was a Nike release. So, is Jordan Brand now classifying the Airship as a Jordan's signature sneaker?
That's a good question because I think it could kind of go either way. I think putting the Jordan name on it is kind of a clout reach in a way.
Okay.
Because you can kind of regard the Airship as his first signature shoe, but I don't know if he was the only player that was wearing the Airship that season. If he was the only player wearing that shoe, then we could call it his first shoe, even though it didn't have the Jordan name on it.
Yeah, but the Airship was always a sneaker that was just a standard. It was always just you had wear this for the time being until we designed the Jordan 1.
Yeah, so in that sense, that makes it easier to say is his first shoe, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like I was going back and forth with Scott about this because Scott didn't appreciate the Airship release, and I understand where he's coming from. Is just the white and blue Airship, right? It only costs $140 and it's super limited. A lot of people.
Well, bro, let's just talk about this because we're talking about this. So it's the MM I see it like on the MM website. This is where it released this week. There was 2,300 pairs of the MM Jordan airship, and this is where the Jordan name comes from. And as you can see, it's sold out. So I know you did. I know you did an in-store reach out. So you went in store and you also tried to get it online. How did the in-store release go, bro? Like like in terms of when you went there, how was the aesthetics? What did it look like? All of that stuff.
The store itself is pretty much what I expected. Even though I'm from Atlanta and I live in Atlanta still. Well, technically in Decatur, but it was my first time going to the store because I know it's a high-end store. And in most cases, when you deal with these high-end boutiques, you're not going to see everything that you see online in store. So there's never really a reason for me other than to do an in-store raffle for one of the Alma Mater Jordan releases. There's no reason for me to go to the store. And I got pretty much what I expected. A lot of stuff that's not interesting to me. A bunch of high fashion name brand shoes with European sizes on them. You know, all the Dior and the red bottoms and the Louis and the Gucci and the Balenciaga and all that. A bunch of funny looking stuff that it's funny looking to me. I don't mean no disrespect to nobody that buy this type of stuff, but it's funny looking to me. I know TJ feel the same way about a lot of that stuff, overpriced stuff, oversized stuff.
Yeah.
And the service that I received was not good. So there was, and I said this on Instagram on If the Shoe Fits this past week, so I'll repeat it. And this ain't no disrespect to Alma Mater or the Whitaker Group or James Whitner or none of that, but he got these two Love and Hip Hop rejects working in the store, right? And I get it, right? So this high end retail, so you want nice looking people working in the store, right? That makes sense.
Yeah.
But the one chick clearly wasn't interested in dealing with me. Probably, I'm guessing maybe I got a quick reading, a look up and down, and I don't look like I shop at Alma Mater, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You know, but she wasn't interested at all. She had an attitude from the time I walked in. The security guy was nice though. The other chick, I mean, this girl looked like she came out of Love and Hip Hop cookie cutter. I mean, she had on the whole she had on the whole VH1 reality show starter kit. And
gingerbread woman cookie cutter, pretty much like standard, just a standard thing, standard taste. You know what you expect on the tin.
Yeah, 10 years ago we called them video vixens.
Oh yeah. I remember that. Bro, so many rappers got caught up with video vixens, bro.
but yeah, so we got this one chick and the other chick, and they look so much alike they could be sisters. I don't know, but the one chick didn't know what she was doing. The mean one seemed like she knew what was going on, and the other one, the nice one, didn't know what she was doing. So I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place because the chick that I want to deal with, because she pleasant, she don't know what she's doing. So now I have to deal with the one that's got an attitude because she know the process. It was just impersonal, man.
I'm surprised she didn't Gandalf your ass and say, "You shall not pass."
Maybe they did when I left. I don't know, because she asked me for my ID. She looked at something on the computer, gave me my ID back, and told me I was good. So, and I know, it's 2,300 pairs.
No.
So the odds on that is, astronomical. But still, I felt like I wasn't gonna win the in-store raffle based on the interaction I had with them two chicks. You know what I mean?
Shit, that's not a good situation, bro. When you walk into a store, it's. I'm not gonna go into it. I'm not going to go into it. There's so much. High-end. I've heard so many stories about people going into high-end fashion stores and prejudged by what they're wearing. Like literally, if you don't look the part, doesn't matter. I don't even think it's colorism either. If you don't look the part, they will treat you with contempt, bro, because you don't deserve to be there.
Bro, Alma Mater is a black business.
Yeah, I'm just saying this is why you can't take colorism into it. I just think it's if you don't look the part, then they won't treat you seriously because bro. This is why one day, and it's gonna happen one day. This is why one day I will, if God forbid, basically, if it ever happens, right, and I do come into a lot of money, I'm not gonna change my lifestyle. I'm not gonna change the way I am. And I will still be walking into these high-end stores, not to buy stuff, but like just it's the power of knowing that you can afford it, but they think you can't afford it, but you can afford it, and then you just walk out and said, "I could have got that, but I didn't want to get it because of your attitude." I don't like the whole concept of judging a book by its cover at all. Like when somebody walks in, like you don't judge them with what they're wearing, especially if you're like putting in a raffle for a sneaker and you go into high-end shop and then they treat you with contempt like that. I don't think that's nice. Not at all, bro.
Yeah, because I dressed the way I dress normally. I had on a Nike t-shirt, some Nike shorts, and some Nike shoes, like, and one of my hats, like I always dress, So.
Oh, you know what it was, bro? Because you weren't wearing no Balenciaga or Mason Marcoma. Since that's what it is.
But yeah, man. Going. Would I go back to the store? I hope I don't have to. As far as in-store raffles are concerned, I will when I have to. But as far as going to shop, ain't nothing in there that I want to buy. I understand what it is. They sell shit that I don't buy. So it is what, long as they keep putting out dope Jordans, I'm gonna keep supporting. And even outside of that, you know what I'm saying? I respect what they do, but they need to get that employee situation in check, bro.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this airship, and we've talked about this quite a bit on the show, and the fact that the airships for me, what's really funny for me, it's it went from last week your disbelief that this was coming out to within a week it came out. You was like, oh, okay, this is a thing. And literally, if you watch the last episode, Q was like, "No, I don't believe it. This ain't a thing." To Monday morning, it was announced that it is a thing and it's actually coming out on Thursday. And then, was it Thursday or Friday, one of the dates? And then you went in store to put the raffle in, and he was like, you called me up. He was like, "Bro, this is a thing." I said, "Of course I know it's a thing. It's a thing. This is definitely a thing." And then it went from that to like Thursday or Friday when we tried to cop this. And bro, like literally, there was no hype, no nothing on this. They just was like, "Here you go, guys. Airship on the way. Amamania on the way." We thought that Amamania 4 was the next release, but no, Amamania 2 is the next release. So it's like, that's crazy. Like literally went from like nothing to like bang, here you go. Here's an airship. Here's a Jordan airship. But what we've been talking about recently over the podcast was the fact that this is for me going to be the next push. And I've been saying the Jordan 1's going to get semi-retired after Chicago. It basically means we won't get as many pairs in a year because basically it's over congested. I think they're running out of colorways. Bro, like the Stealth Jordan 1, I will show you what's happening with that at the moment. But like that came out, and I think this is gonna be the sneaker that they're gonna push forward as a Jordan 1 replacement for in the next couple of years until they kind of retract as many Jordans releases in the year so that they can actually focus on a different silhouette and a different model. And if you look at the sneaker, it's perfectly suited to do that, because if a normal sneakerhead would know the difference, a non-sneakerhead would not know the difference. And the reason why I say this is, like, okay, cool. There's subtle differences, like you got Nike on the back, you got like, even from front top down view. If you looked at it from afar, that picture there alone looks similar to a Jordan 1. So
Well,
if you weren't
the question I have for you and everybody else that's hearing or being a part of this conversation, should you or would you buy an all white and blue Jordan 1, like the metallic Jordan 1? If you would, why wouldn't you buy this white and blue Airship? If you would buy the metallic, the metallic high Jordan 1 in orange or red or purple or whatever colorway they release, why wouldn't you buy the Airship in that same colorway? You buy Dunks in that same colorway, even though the overlays on Dunks, the traditional two-tone overlay, it's not present on this. But
how close does that look like to a Jordan 1, bro?
It's close enough. The shape is a little different.
Yep.
But it's close enough. And it's an Airship, so it has the same technology as a Jordan 1. Look like the same outsole as a Jordan 1, same midsole.
It's got the same outsole. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's the Jordan 1 outsole, bro.
Why not?
So this is why. The only, like, this reminds me a bit of a Dunk back rather than anything else. So basically, it's a crossbreed between the Dunk and the Jordan 1. So and I think this is going to be given a push. That I think it'll be something new, something different, but something very reminiscently similar. And this is what they're going for.
As long as they stretch it out, as far as the timing of them, like release a colorway every couple months, something like that. Don't clog it up the way they did with Jordan 1s.
Yeah, don't force it down our neck. Do not force that down our neck, because there's only one thing that's going to happen with that, and that's going to be the same situation was happening with every other silhouette that gets forced down your neck. You just sit. And talking about sitting at this moment in time, I'm going to show you. So did the Jordan 1 stuffs released in your area in the US this week?
Not yet.
We
got 12s this week. We also got, and this is another thing. I did want to pull up some that I won't be able to pull up because I'm not on my computer. But next week, Tuesday and Wednesday, we getting like 15 releases in 2 days.
Are you serious?
From Nike? Yeah. Unless they do a last minute pushback, which we know they will do. But this week it was the Airship release kind of took over everything for a few days.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got we got something else on we got Dunks. We got a Dunk Reserve. And then we got the Lisa Leslie Dunks, the 12s, and the Air Kukini, which the Lisa Leslie Dunk obviously sold out. Yeah. The 12s and the other stuff they released, as far as I know, the last time I checked, is still available. The 12s was available on Sneakers full size run.
Do you want to see something, mate? Do you want to see something, bro?
What you got?
So this is the StockX price at the moment in time. I didn't mean to pull this up, but I obviously pulled it up by accident. It's £191 in my size, in your size, basically, and it hasn't really fully released in the US, so that's still predicted. So the price on this is really low. But what I wanted to show you, and what I'm going to show you now, is this. And this goes to what I've been saying for the last couple of months, more than that, from last year. Jordan 1s don't sell out. Jordan ones do not sell out. Jordan ones are still sitting, bro. This was worse yesterday, and it released yesterday. You had a full size run until like 2 p.m. when then you had everything up to a 10. Now you got everything up from a 3 to a 9 and a 14 to a 17. The average shoe sizes that people wear are sold out. So everything
Right.
from like even you would even regard an 8, which is a US 9, as a average shoe size, but that's still sitting. Jordan ones do not sell out. Jordan ones do not sell out, bro. And like if I go back on this as well, and I'm going to your very popular sneaker, the denim one that is basically something that you wanted. I'm just gonna double check this. See, look, bro, all the smaller sizes are sold out. I've never known a Jordan 1 women's exclusive. I know this is more catered to the women's releases because of the way it looks. This is a phenomenal sneaker, by the way. I've seen it in hand.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Hold on. Don't try to breeze past that because no. We finna change the subject right now. We finna change the subject right now for a couple of minutes because you was destroying this sneaker. Every time we talked about this shoe, you were saying it was trash. It's not. It's a no-go. Why are they doing this? All this type. Hold on 1 second.
He's gonna call me. Q's gonna call me now. Oh,
what time it is? This is a phenomenal sneaker. Is that what you said?
Yeah, it is actually really good in hand. It's really good in hand. It's very catered to a women's exclusive release, but it is very good sneaker in hand. If ladies like, even when my girlfriend saw it the other day, she really liked it. Really liked it. She thought it was a pretty dope sneaker, and like but some of the reviews out there are pretty good for it as well. It's good. It's a nice little release for the women's. For a women's exclusive, but like you've had the denims. I'm just going to quickly look at one more sneaker that's sitting on the actual sneakers website at this moment in time, and this is another women's exclusive. Last time I checked, there was pairs still running in this varsity red. The Chicago wannabe women's exclusive, bro. Look, all the bigger sizes are now sold out, but yeah, still sizes there. And this released 2-3 weeks ago. There was all the sizes up to maybe 10, 11, 11 and a half, 12. And I know, bro, like if you go to the retailers, they will still have these pairs in store. They probably still have larger sizes in store. So like Jordan 1s do not sell out anymore. That's official. If it's just a general release, do not sell out anymore.
The varsity red sold out over here.
It didn't sell out here. And it's really interesting because I actually overslept by half an hour. Woke up, thought, crap, I missed the stealth once. Only to realize that they were sitting on the sneakers app, and I just basically went, snap, there you go, thank you very much. And I've got my pair. Half an hour after the release, bro. Half an hour after the release. When's the last time that's ever happened?
It's been happening more and more recently, bro. I went to the mall Wednesday to pick up the Dark Irish 3s, size 14, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah, and they were available, not a full size run, but they were available. But it was release day. But I started to notice as I went through some of the stores in the mall, stuff is not as available in store here as it is online here.
So do you think they're going to go direct to customer now because basically it's more efficient, more effective, because basically they know that to get it from the warehouse to all the other retailers is a bit more expensive, so it saves money for them to go online. So do you think that's taking place at this moment in time?
I do because Nike stores, the only Nike store in Georgia that does in-store releases is Nike Linux. So these other retailers, some of them not getting as many, nowhere near as many pairs as they used to. Because in this current climate, if stores were getting the same amount of pairs as they were last year and the year before, you would see a lot more stuff on shelf than
Yeah,
you do
yeah.
online. So if you're missing in store, you just have to wait 5 days, get it online because you can get it.
I don't know whether we're gonna get those dark irises. I'm just checking different like release calendars. The dark iris men's size that doesn't look like it's gonna release it, so it might just be a US release.
Wow, it's a good shoe, man. Like the materials on. I didn't do a review on it because I had a lot going on this week, but the materials on that Dark Iris 3 is similar to the Elephant.
Dark, yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to think of another recent 3 that I can compare it to, but I think is the closest comparison I can make right now is the Elephant because that was
That's what
a
that's
good.
elephant. Yeah.
Yeah, the materials are good on that Desert Elephant. It ain't like premium, but good soft materials. Probably just thin leather, but the tumble on it, the quality on the construction was everything was good on it, and it was a 14. So if they getting 14s right, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of good pairs of them threes out there. I just didn't like that purple.
Yeah, yeah. To be fair, a lot of sneakers are sitting. And we just been told the price cap of our increases first 50. I think it's at 54%, or more than that actually. Sorry, it's more than that in terms of our bill. So it's not looking good looking good for the releases in November December time this year because basically everybody's going to be struggling. So yeah, everybody that's talking about Jordan 2s and Jordan 1s selling out, people have got other things to spend their money on. I think a lot of people are going to be in for a shock when that release happens this Christmas. But on that note, we always like we're in half an hour in, but we always discuss the releases in terms of what we picked up. So was there anything that you picked up this week?
No, just those threes, man. I mean, I wanted the airships. I chose to chill on the 12s.
By the way, how did the online release go?
It was a fluke. It was people. A lot of people got canceled.
Cancellations, yeah. I missed Mr. Miller, basically had a cancellation as well. I saw his stories. He got the order confirmed. They took his money and then all of a sudden cancelled it. And it was like, what?
Yeah, a lot of cancellation. I saw a lot of cancel before I even talked to Miller about his because he DM'd me directly because he knows how much I love Amamayer. And so as soon as he got that cancellation, he was in my DMs going at me.
Bro,
I'm like, bro,
like what the interesting thing is they're gonna hold his money for 3 weeks now. So imagine like you ain't got a sneaker, you ain't got your money for 3 weeks. Like,
I think he'll get his money back quicker. But yeah, that online release for the a lot of people, I saw a lot of people couldn't get past the capture. I don't know if that was on them or it was on the system, but I know the system ended up glitching before it was all said and done, and sizes kept popping up due to, I believe, the cancellation that they were sending out. So people was getting W's, then people got L's, and sizes popping up. People thinking they had W's, but the shoes were never there. Those sizes that were popping up, I don't think those shoes were ever there because I tried for a couple of hours. Scott let me know. He saw a story somebody posted that sizes were popping up. I got a notification from Soul Links that sizes were popping up.
Yeah,
I was in there.
I think it was just defective. The system was effective, showing pairs that weren't there, like you're saying.
Yeah, and I said to Mr. Miller, they must didn't spend that $1 million on this release because all the other, it was actually $500,000 that he said they spend like $500,000 on each release, but
Oh,
I
you
don't
mean
know.
for the bot protection, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. And it did, trust me, it didn't last. You know, he said James Whitner said the average release at lasts like 11, 12 minutes before everything is sold out. This didn't even get to 5 minutes because of the limited quantity. So
Yeah.
it was just bad, bro. It was bad. I don't know what happened. We probably won't ever know what happened unless the people associated with the release come out and start giving us information, and they're probably not going to do that.
No. It was always going to be trouble because, like, what people don't see, only things that really sell out is really hype and really limited stuff. So the airship is very hype. Airship Ammonia is probably going to be up there with one of the most limited pairs limited pairs in recent times, because we're talking about like 2,300 pairs, and that's not much. And you're talking worldwide global demand for that would have been way beyond 500,000, I think, on that pair, because basically it's an Ammonia sneaker for one. Secondly, it's an airship that a lot of people don't see airships. The last time we saw it was a couple of years back with a band that released in limited quantities as well. They made that really limited as well. So
I think
airships.
that was 2,300.
Yep. And literally, this Ammonia airship is going way more going for way more than the band airship. The band airship is going for, I'll show you in a bit, but in my size, in my size is about £1,000. But when you look at the airship band, which came out a couple of years back, I think 2020, not Air Max, airship one, and airship, it literally was called the Nike. Can you see my screen? Yeah, it was literally called the Nike Airship Pro. So this was regarded as a Nike airship, and as you can see, this is what released. This is the band variation that apparently Michael Jordan wore. This released in 20, which was what we all for it released. And as you can see, my size is about £454. So the original variation of the airship, which was limited to 2,300 pairs, of the band variation that released in 2020, was going for £454. And because the airship and the new airship, and it comes in that royal blue colorway, royal blue and white colorway, it was limited, and the brand itself, the MMA brand, holds value. That's the reason why the prices are hiked up, and that's the reason why it got sold out really quickly, because of the demand behind it. I think it's another, like, for me, it's another ploy. They're going to release more airships going forwards anyway, so they're going to release more and more airships, and with that, they're going to basically kind of work out how to maneuver, how to release more going forwards, and then we're going to see the decrease in Jordan 1s and then the increase in airship. We've already got like 3 or 4 more airships coming out this year. Oh, not next year, sorry. So we know that's going to be a thing. That's definitely going to be a thing.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
I'm cool with it, bro. I mean, airship. And quickly, what I was trying to get Scott to understand, and I like I said, I understand how he feel about this release. Yeah, the release was horrible. I'm not going to debate that.
The release was horrible,
but it was said. Now we know Alma Mayer. They ain't dropped the ball yet. Everything that they have released has been top tier, quality wise, material wise. Everything is on point, right? If you get this shoe in hand, I believe that this will be some of the best leather.
Mm-hmm.
This will be some of the best quality control, and the limited number of them just adds value to it anyway. So I think it was worth it. Did it happen too quickly? Yes. Should they have done GR numbers? Yes. But if you got this shoe, it's worth it. That's why last week I didn't want it to be true.
Yeah.
Because if it was true, 2,300 pairs, it should have just been friends and family. They should not have done a regular release for this sneaker, because the odds of getting it are little to none. And how many people that actually bought this shoe is going to put it on foot? Not that many.
Yeah, I to be honest, I would have. If I do get an airship, which I potentially will get an airship in the future, I'm definitely putting on my foot. I was the New Beginnings pack was really good when it first came out, and it had that red variation of the airship, red and white variation. I got
Yeah,
used to it. I got used to it quite well. So when they dropped the band variation, I was like, "Yo, that's dope. I want to wear it." I would have worn both of them. But to be honest, I do appreciate the airship, what it means as well. And I probably will end up picking up an airship. I think it's dope what it is, what it looks like. Um, and I want to see that. It's a good way to have a look at the comparisons between the Jordan One and the airship, and see what the differences are, see what the fundamentals are. Even you can even take a dunk on that as well to do a comparison between a dunk Jordan One and an airship, and see what the fundamental differences are with the paneling and how what the cut looks like and everything. So that'll be a good review to do. But yeah, I would if that I mean the airship would definitely go on my feet. Like if I ever got it, if I went in for it, I know I knew it was difficult, so I didn't even try, bro. I knew it was going to be difficult. So I was like, nah, that's fine. But on a different note, I did pick up two things. So number one, I actually have two more things coming. No, I have one more thing coming as well on top of this as well. So this is this two, for this first one's a personal pair. We talked about this last week. We did say like we would have a look at it, but yeah, bang, the Jordan 13 French Blue. Like I think it's dope. I don't think it's as horrible as what you made up. Maybe you just saw a bad pair, but like yeah, I think it's dope. I think it's a dope sneaker. Just in general. Like I like the color blocking. It is very. I like. We're going to talk about colorways in a bit, but I like the color blocking. It's really nice. I think it's dope the way it looks. Definitely dope sneaker. Definitely one for the foot. Even the toe box is like the normal Jordan 13 toe box that you normally get. It's like with that like semi-tumbled leather is obviously a bit thicker. It's going to Jordan 13 is always creased from overlay to overlay, so it's going to crease from this overlay up to that overlay, so you're going to have that crease pattern there. But yeah, but definitely a really good sneaker, really good sneaker. You know I like Jordan 13s, bro.
yeah.
But also on top of that, this is probably an unboxing, and I can't remember the name of the sneaker, so I'm gonna try and look this up before I actually kind of kind of name it. But this is not mine. This is for E, and he's probably gonna. I haven't called E to let him know this is coming at the moment. So this is the first look at this sneaker for myself as well, and I've just basically opened up this box here, and I'm gonna pull this out and have a look at it. So it's a Jordan one. What does E put? What does E normally wear, bro? Let me look this up. What does E normally wear?
I already know what that is, and that is one of the sneakers. Did it come out? I think it came out Friday.
Okay.
That shoe sold out. Like there was, I think maybe 4 online releases that were first come first serve out of
Do you
that.
think it's a limited pair?
Maybe less, maybe more limited than GR. It's not super limited, but not real big numbers on that pair from what it's looking like right now.
Okay, I can't remember the official name for this.
No, I can't either.
I'm just
Was
looking
it
at.
crafted?
It's not the crafted here. I will. I'm just looking this up as we speak. But like before I saw. Okay, I thought it was this name. I'm going to show this because basically first I'm going to show this. And it's a bit different. He was a bit like maybe it's not maybe it's dope, maybe it's not. But bro, this is dope. This is actually dope.
Yeah, I called it. We called it on the last review, on the last release, the last release video we did. We called it.
Yeah, this is quite a dope sneaker. So basically, I'm gonna leave the materials to this, but it seems like it's a mixture between neoprene and leather on this. So and as you can see from panels there, it's all like foamed out. All the panels are cut foamed out there. So it's called. I'm gonna get this right. It's called a Jordan 1 Retro Low X Black Smoke Grey. This is what it's called. This is the official name, and you do get like a sale version of laces that go with it. This is actually dope. This is actually really dope. Look, that Nike at the top is what kills it. This is actually really dope. Really dope sneaker. I'm gonna do the review. I don't think a lot of people actually have that sneaker or done the review on this sneaker because I don't think a lot of people picked it up. But on the release itself, I'm just gonna have a quick look. My phone's dead. On the release itself, I'm gonna have a quick look because I think this is still in stock on the sneakers app as we speak over here. So I'm just gonna pull this up. But yes, it is a dope sneaker. Just we go to the Nike site again. This is a dope sneaker. I've seen it on a couple of people's feet. It looks like the shadow gray, the shadow low variation, but like the bit different than the shadow low. But also, it reminds me of what Travis is trying to do next as well.
A little bit. That Travis, that black Travis is a lot different because of the contrast edition. You got the contrast from the foam on that low X. So I get the similarities, but white stitching on all black, that's a W for me.
But so I'm gonna pull this up. Hold on. So they only got low sizes up to size 7 in that at the moment, and a couple of high sizes. But what we just talked about is this, bro. It is the Travis Scott. It's called a Phantom or the all black, and we're going to call it the triple black. But this is the Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low. This is predicted to come out in the winter time or the fall time. This is what it looks like. What do you think? Goes in hard?
Yeah, I like that. I know a lot of people don't, but I do.
Yeah, I think the red laces suit that way better.
Yeah, the red laces on it kind of pipe it up a little bit. Or you could do sail or white laces on it. It probably had the same effect, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think a lot of people calling this the back to school sneaker, just another black and white stitch sneaker or all black sneaker with white stitching. I think it's nice. I think it's nice. It looks like it's got nubuck all the way through that that sneaker. It's different. It is different from what he's been doing, but it's just another Jordan 1 Low. It's another sneaker that's going to get super hyped and to be super hard to get.
Yeah.
And but yeah, that this is the original variation that we thought we was going to get, and that original variation might have been mistaken for this because that variation and this sneaker looks a lot similar, doesn't it now?
Yeah.
See, so that variation and that sneaker, that original mock-up looks very, very similar. So maybe a lot of people got confused with that. But like even the Jordan, now think about it, the Jordan 1 UNC Low looks very similar to the fragment Travis Scott 1 Low. A lot of people now start to convert that into the Travis Scott fragment Jordan 1 Low. They just
I don't know. Bro, that UNC Low stands on his own, bro. That
of course, I know this is why I never made a comparison to it in the review I did because a lot of people are starting to turn that UNC 1 Low into the Travis Scott fragment Low.
I wouldn't. Hey man, they spend their money how they want to, bro. I leave it the way it is. It's dope the way it is, and because that UNC. If that was a high, bro,
the fragment's darker. But like the fragment, it doesn't look like the obsidian. That the UNC just looks like the UNC. The obsidian's a bit darker. The fragment's a bit darker than the UNC, but not as dark as the obsidian. There's all these different spectrums of colors that we're using, But a lot of people just basically grab. I've seen somebody grab the UNC low and turn and like paint the midsole, turn that midsole into cell midsole, and then basically turn the tick into a cell tick to make it look like the Travis Scott fragment low.
It's whack to me. So
it is what it is, bro. You can't stop people doing what they want to do, and to be honest, let them do what they want to do. Freedom of expression.
yeah. Listen, I ain't speaking against customization. We can't be partners on this podcast, and I'm going to speak against customization. That's never the case. But to me, that trying to do that seem a little clout chasey, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that. Just enjoy the sneaker for what it is, rather than trying to change it to what it's not.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, cool. So I just want to talk about what I think this is the most hyper sneaker that's coming out this year, right? In terms of expectation wise, like I'm talking expectation as in everybody will want this sneaker if you're a sneakerhead, and this is the Jordan 1 Chicago Lost and Found. What do you think about the storyline to this, bro?
I don't mind it. They had to do something different with the Chicago. They could have just released the Chicago as is, OG style. If they want to pro-tro it, change the shape or pre-age it or whatever the case is, fine. The cracked leather lends itself to the storyline that they chose, which is why I don't mind it, which is why I compare it to the Rebellionaire and the Visionaire. So I don't mind it, bro. I ain't got no Chicago. I can't be pure in this instance because I ain't got no Chicagos in my collection.
Yeah. So just to remind everybody, the black heel paneling and ankle paneling at the back is all cracked throughs. That's way more vintage cracked through than any of the other panels. Then you've got the red panels. I think are all just normal leather, not cracked leather, and the black swoosh is normal leather, not cracked leather, and all the white paneling and even the toe box is all cracked leather. So basically, the black and the white is cracked, and the red paneling is all just normal leather, except for the swoosh, which is black, which is normal leather. So that's what I get from this sneaker. So if it doesn't fit the margin, if it doesn't fit the fact that I've heard some UAs have got like tumbled toe box leather. So just be careful. Just be careful with what you're buying and make sure you're buying the right thing, because that's actually becoming apparent. So make sure all your cracked leather, painted leather is in the right areas and it's not mismatched. So make sure that's fine. Otherwise, you might need to kind of have a proper look at your sneaker to make sure it's fine. But yeah, I like the story, the Lost and Found. The fact that it was a hunt. It was a hunt for a sneaker that a lot of people, a hunt for a sneaker that was left there in 1985 that no employees could find. This is why it's called the Lost and Found. And it's coming with like a retrofit top box. It's coming with a receipt. It's coming with a lot of different things to it. They made a story out of nothing, I think, but it seems like an interesting story, and it's something that's going to catch people's attention to the reason why it looks aged and the reason why it looks vintaged out. Even the midsole looks vintaged out. So it's going to be interesting to see this release and how it comes. Now, do you think Jordan Brand are going to do something special to this? Because basically they've given it the Lost and Found. Do you think they might drop a sneaker stash somewhere where you have to go to the place to pick it up, or sneaker cam? I'm just thinking, because, or do you think they're all going to drop it, surprise UA, like drop it as a EA, and then basically make you try and find it on the sneakers app somewhere?
If they do any of them hijinks, that's gonna be for y'all over there. They don't do that for us. They do sneaker stash for us, but that's for like super limited, coveted releases, like the Canary Off-White Air Force One was the last time they did a sneaker stash. They'll
Mhm.
probably do some EA. I can't see them not doing EA. I can't see them not shock dropping. I think it kind of depends because last year we got EA on the patent breads.
Yeah.
We got EA on. We got EA and a shock drop on Cool Grays. So toward the end of the year, and like you were saying last week, they're gonna start letting some stuff fly because it's gonna be a lot of pairs. If we start seeing anytime we see shock drops and EAs going out a month before the release, it's a lot of pairs. That don't
Yeah.
mean it's gonna be easy, but
Yeah.
that does mean there's a lot of pairs. Every time we get a shock drop, it's a lot of pairs. Look at Flint's. Look at
Yeah.
Fire Red 4s, Fire Red 5s. Look at Unite 3s. Look at
Bro,
Patent Breads. Look, look at Cool Grays.
five red free shot drop this week, just gone, and
But
in Europe. So that happened in the release, and it sold out quickly because there's a lot of demand for it. But I think there's a lot of pairs of the five red frees. I think they're coming out this weekend as well. So there's going to be a lot of pairs of those five red frees floating about. And if you want them, I think just put your raffles and you'll be able to get them. So that's going to be an interesting release. That's going to be definitely an interesting release. It's going to set the trend for what might happen going into the fall time as well. So let's keep our eyes on that release and see what happens. But I know you guys got a massive restock in the States as well.
yeah, we got a bunch of dunks pretty much. I didn't participate in none of that. I wasn't interested in none of that stuff. I got 3 pair of dunks, bro. I think I'm good on dunks. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
unless the SBs are the only thing that kind of move me at the moment. There were some dunks like the Jackie Robinson dunk or the Civilist dunk, the
Yeah.
certain
Chunky dunk.
stuff that I
Chunky
really
dunk.
not even the chunky dunky so much anymore.
Okay.
Not anymore. I mean, listen, that's no disrespect to the chunky dunky. We all know what that shoe is, but if I had to choose between the chunky dunky and the Civilist, I'd probably choose the Civilist.
Yeah.
If somebody walked up to me right now with a genuine, authentic size 11 in both of those shoes and said you can only pick one for retail, I'll pick the Civilist.
Okay, I probably would do the same thing. I like the Civilist. Chunky Dunk is unique. It's very different. It's a very attention sneaker. So basically, as soon as you got it on, a lot of people know what it is. The Civilist is a bit more undercover, I think. So a bit more. People know what it will be, and people who know the Civilist will know the Civilist. Chunky Dunk's been like in the public eye for a lot longer than the Civilist has. So on that note, I think I'll probably be the Civilist. I like that whole transformation. The heat on transformation. It's so good.
Yeah,
so good that. So I can feel you. I definitely feel you on that. Definitely. Okay, cool. Next story of the day is for the podcast is I know you've been talking about these for quite a while, and you're looking forward to this as well. So I'm gonna kind of look at this and have a discussion with you, bro, because we were talking about this is now called the Jordan System .23. This is what the clog attack on the clogs is all about for this one. So you got
Attacking the
one
Clogs.
variation, attack of the clogs. So you've got this variation. It's a battle of the clogs, but it's attack of the clogs now because basically we've gone from like what was the first one? New Hope. We've gone from New Hope to Attack of the Clones, which is Star Wars variation. But yes, we've got this. I'm gonna quickly stop sharing because I'm gonna share my I'm gonna share my window rather than I don't know. Don't worry about that. Ignore me. So we've seen that's the first variation. This is the second variation. This looks like a bit more like the Neapolitan Jordan 3, which is got like this light pinky cell outer croc, which goes with it, and then obviously you've got that black inner lining it's like a separate kind of inner sock that goes in it. You've got this. That's the second one. Then you also got, which I think I'm gonna be. I can share my screen now. Yeah. So I'm gonna be honest. You've got this black variation, which is like a triple black with an elephant print, like it's almost like the black cement variation for the clogs, or for the System 23. And then you've got this multi grey with the fruity pebbles in a lining. It almost looks like a fruity pebble in a lining. So you've got four variations. You've got the classic that we've seen, which is the sail with the grey. We've got the grey with the multi grey or grey multi, which is basically got like a fruity pebble in a sock. You've got the all triple black, and then also you've got this Neapolitan looking variation. What's your favorite, bro? Because you've been looking forward to these. And by the way, I think these drop on the 7th of September.
7th, yeah. I'm kind of disappointed at that pink one, but I get it. You know, it's for the women, but we know we're gonna see guys wearing the pink too. So it is what it is.
Do you know what my favorite is?
My favorite one is the black, with the sail one being in second, the gray being third. I'm guessing you like the gray one.
Yeah, I like that grey one. It's got that whole fruit pebble color vibe. It's different. I do appreciate the black variation, but my choice will be the grey, the sail, the black, and then obviously the Neapolitan. I think this is the classic. This is the classic. The System 20, the Jordan System 23. Well, when we saw the first pictures, it was this sail outsole or clog, whatever the material is, with this cement white, this grey black cement print. This is the front runner. This is like the poster boy or the poster sneaker for the Jordan System 23. So I think this is going to be the first release, and I think this is coming out on the 7th of September. But then I feel like there's going to be, off the success of this, we're going to see multiple different pairs come out. Obviously, just like what Adidas did with the Adelaide 22, we see multiple pairs come out constantly, bang, 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 bang. So I'm looking forward to see what comfortability they bring with this, and what kind of how easy it is to wear, what the hype is behind it. It's going to be interesting, and this release is definitely going to be interesting. So I know you're looking forward to it. I know you want to get a pair of slides and a pair of clogs on your feet, and I know you're a Nike guy. So they've just catered. They're just basically battered you up for this, bro. And it's for you to cop and get that home run.
Yeah, that's what they want. That's what they want. They're trying to convert me to slide culture. I mean, even bro, I'm not. If and when I get a pair of these, because I don't think they'll be hard to get, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That first colorway will probably sell out. That the white one probably will sell out because it's the first. But after that,
shall we call this the white cement 3? The white cement 23. See, the white cement System 23.
Yeah.
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 Then
sure.
you got the black cement System 23. Then you've got the Neapolitan System 23, and then you've got, let's just call this what it is. Let's call this the grey fruity pebble System 23. It's good. I think it's a good switch up. Let's just see what the quality is like. Let's just see what people think of this. Let's just see what their first expectation to this, and then we can kind of have a look at it as like everything we to look at in terms of slides and crocs. And clogs or whatever they are. We always look at, for number one, comfortability, number two, who is made by, and number three, the materials, number four, the aesthetics. And there might be a number fifth category about suitability for the location and occasion and stuff like that. So those are the 4 to 5 factors that every clog and slide is going to be judged under. So let's just see how successful the new Jordan system .23 is. So I'm interested to see.
But I'm not. Even if I have a pair of these, I'm not going outside. Like, nah, bro. This is like, for me, vacation. Close to the water type of deal. I'll probably wear the booties around the house without the clog. If I gotta run, take the trash out or go to the mailbox or run to the corner store or something like that. Yeah, but I ain't trying to. I'm not being out all day in these like people do with claws and slides and Yeezys and stuff.
Bro, like when did it go from like wearing slides around the house and on the beach to wearing slides outside? I know that there was some people that went outside the house to the local shop in their slides because it was easy just to put slides on with a pair of socks and go to your local shop to pick up like milk or bread or whatever it was. Now it's transcended into everybody's wearing it just on the general, to go to high streets, to go shopping, to go, and it's the heat rate. Can you imagine the heat radius from people that used to wear it in their house, and they used to basically wear it around, and you see the heat zone around the house, and then it gets left there to some people that kind of transition that to go into their local shop. So you see the heat zones now in their house, and a little bit like spider legs going to the local shops. Now it's like all over the place. It's literally all over the place. They're suitable. They're suitable for what they are. But basically, I just feel like I like a good sneaker on my feet when I go out somewhere, as a statement, rather than just as a casual. Like a slide is so casual now. Like a Yeezy slide is so casual.
Yeah. They almost kind of replace sneakers in that casual aspect, but not for everybody. I can't do slides and Crocs and stuff outside like that. Maybe if they're comfortable enough, maybe I'll change my mind, but I doubt it. That's not how I want to be outside. Put it like that.
Okay. That's the music to lose, choose, or dump, right? But basically, it's not. It won't start off with a lose, choose, or dump. But if it develops into a lose, choose, or dump, let's just be it that way. But if you were left in your house with a pair of this new Jordan System .23, like let's just say you got this white cement variation or cell cement variation of the new System 23, and you put it on your feet, and you had no other sneakers, like I'm talking no other sneakers, would you, number one, limit yourself to the house and not go out anywhere else? Number two, go to the shops in your bare foot because you don't want to wear them out? Or number three, just say, F it, I'm just going to do it because I need to get the resources. Choose your option, man. Bro.
That's easy, because if that's all I got, that's all I got. You got to do what you got to do. I mean, look, look, if you hungry and all you got is Vienna sausage or Spam in the cabinet,
you're gonna eat it.
You're gonna eat that shit. I mean, unless you got money to go out and get something else. You gotta do what you gotta do, bro. It's survival of the fittest right here, you know?
Exactly. I like that answer. I knew he was gonna pick that up, but it would be really funny if he said, "No, I'm sticking to the house. You guys ain't gonna see me do that outside."
Nah. Look, when I do go outside, hopefully I'm going to pick up something that I can put on my feet other than.
Yeah. It's funny. It's funny how the trends are transitioning into certain things. So like basically, I would say pre-2015 or 2016 or even 2017, nobody really thought about wearing like a lot. You were frowned upon if you wore slides to the mall or the shopping center. I would say, because basically, a lot of people were rocking what they were rocking, but if you saw a person rocking slides at the mall, you'd look at them a different way, wouldn't you? Like back in 2017, let's just put that. Let's be honest. If it's 2016, 2017, you're walking around, slides ain't your thing, and you'll basically see a person in slides with their bare feet out, you'll be like, nah, bruh, you could have worn something else.
You know what? I feel like it's almost like an anti. It's an anti movement, and I can't put my finger on exactly what the anti is, but it's almost it seems anti hype, but then it seems pro hype at the same time. It
Yeah.
seems pop. It just seemed pop to me, and because so many people that weren't doing it before are doing it now. And
You know what?
if it's comfortable for you, do what you do. But everybody don't operate like that.
Yeah, I think with the popularity, there's more acceptance in the public arena where people are now basically wearing slides where they can do now because it's seen as a popular thing to wear Yeezy slides. But I'm going to tell you guys, the EVA foam ain't going to last if you keep wearing them outside. The EVA foam will start to break apart. The EVA foam will shrink in extreme heat. It is. Remember, guys, it's foam. It's foam. It's not. It's
Yeah,
not like rubber out. It's not like a rubber outsole. It's like a soft premium foam, like a memory foam. So if you are gonna drag your heels, you are gonna fall apart.
yeah. I mean, you better do some research and figure out if there's a way to condition that stuff to make it last longer. Because I can't. That's why part of the reason why it's bad enough on your sneakers when you wear them a lot and you start seeing the tread disappear. Threes and ones. Like you start seeing your stars go away. You start seeing heel drag depending on the way you walk or type of movements you make. That clog slides and all, nah, bro. Not when I did the one time I did wear Crocs. I was working at the airport.
Yeah.
And I was inside all day on tile, so I didn't fear the shoe breaking down like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I started. That's where I see. Still to this day, I see more clogs in restaurants because I deliver alcohol, so I'm going in the back of restaurants all the time, and half, if not the majority, of the kitchen staff is wearing Crocs. You know what I'm saying? Because they're comfortable.
Yeah, I can believe they're comfortable, but like for my thing, I've not seen a lot of people wear foam runners. That's one thing I've not seen. A lot of people wear the foam runners.
You see foam runners a lot in the US. A lot, bro.
Okay. Damn. That's definitely a situation.
You see foam runners and slides just as much as you see 350s and retro Jordans.
Okay. But I could say it's the opposite. I see some slides. I don't see a lot of foam runners, but I see more dunks out there than anything else. Dunks are like literally taking the platform for or competing with Air Force Ones now.
Right, I see people wearing foam runners at work. Really, it looks crazy when you be in your work uniform with them things on because they just look so weird on foot to me. But people wearing them, bro.
Okay, so okay, cool. I'm gonna. This is actually loose shoes or dump, and I actually thought about this right this moment in time. So we're going off the cuff here. So loose shoes or dump. Are you gonna lose shoes or dump one of these three choices? Right. Basically, you got the Jordan, what we just seen, the new Jordan system 2 System dot 23. So you got the new System 23, right? You've got also the slip-on foam posits. And if you guys didn't know what the slip-on foam posits look like, and this was what we saw a couple of months and months ago now. I'm just gonna show you this. This is what we're talking about. This is the foam posit slip-ons, right? So that's your second choice. And then obviously your third choice is the up-tempo slide with the air on the side. So you got loose shoes or dump, bro. It all Nike sneakers for you, bro. Don't want to include an easy choice for you because basically if I gave you New Balance or Asics or Yeezy, you would have just picked one of those two to dump. So 3 choices, bro. You got the System 23, you got the foam posit slides, or you got the up tempo slide. So what are you choosing?
Based on aesthetics, I'm gonna just go with aesthetics.
Yeah.
Probably choose the foam slip-on.
Ooh, I like that answer. I would actually go. I'm excited for those foam posit slip-ons, which are basically a variation of the Yeezy foam runners and a competitor to the clogs that we got.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm actually looking forward to. I don't know what the release date on that is at the moment, but that's what I'm actually looking forward to see in hand. So that's what you choose. So everybody gets that. So were you losing and what you dumping?
I'm gonna dump the up tempos.
Well, even with that air bubble and even with that EV
air least
foam.
It's air least. It's not Air Max. It's air least. So yeah, I'm gonna dump those up tempos and I'll lose the 23s just because I think the foam posits slip-ons look better than the 23s, the System 23s.
I think the attack of the foams, the attack of the slides and the slip-ons basically is all about aesthetics now. So I think the brands have realized that you can only go so much with comfort because you can't. I don't think a lot of people can beat Yeezy for comfort. So now I think unless I'm gonna see what the comfortability for those products are, but I think it's gonna be hard to beat the comfortability for what Yeezy provides. Now I think it's aesthetic. So everything we've seen with the Addy Foam Q, with the foam posit slip on, with the New Balance variation. New Balance have got a variation of the System 23, which is three tiered. So you got outsole, you got insole, and you got sock as well. So it's a 3-tiered New Balance variation to what the Jordan System 23 looks like. So it's feeling like it's aesthetics and accessories that's driving this momentum as well, because I think a lot of the variations we just talked about look slightly or even better than the foam runners, because the foam runners is different, bro. It's very different. It's a conversational starter, but a lot of people either hate it or like it, and it's like that sneaker. Either you can go either way with it, but with the foam, with something like what I just showed you. Let me just share my screen again. Sorry, did I just get rid of it? Probably got rid of it. 2 seconds. So with something like, I'm going to show you a different picture since it loads on. With something like this, see that's more aesthetically pleasing than something like to some people than something like the foam runner. And I feel like a lot of people can get behind this because it looks more like a foam posit and a regular sneaker than what the Yeezy foam runner looks like. That's what I feel with this. It's gonna draw more attention to it because of what it looks like.
Yeah, the foam runner is like a helmet for your foot. Oh yeah, he made a foam runner for your face. So yeah, I'm good. I'm good on that, bro. Good on that.
You just have to throw the dig in there, bro. You lit
Hey
the
man,
dynamite and
how
you
am
lit
I
the dynamite and ran.
how am I digging, bro? That's what he did. He did it. He
Yeah,
did it to
yeah,
himself.
yeah.
I'm just stating facts. He made
That is.
helmets for your feet and shoes for your face.
One thing honestly on a very really serious matter, we're gonna talk about this, and obviously back last year in 2021, was it August time last year in 2021? A shoe palace employee got shot and killed on a raffle release, and just can't find the name again. Jaron Bradford, who was 26-year-old, was shot and killed in Melrose last year because of a sneaker release. He tried to kind of stop an altercation and he got shot in the process and obviously passed away, which is tragic. But now the family are suing Shoe Palace and basically put a lawsuit against Shoe Palace and Nike over sneaker violence. What's your thoughts, bro?
It's sad what happened.
Yeah.
But I don't see how Nike can be blamed for this. Is Shoe Palace not a Nike store?
So basically, the whole situation with this is I think the lawsuit is indicating that because the sneaker was hype, because there's so much demand for it, because the hype is amped for this release, that it's caused a lot of people to get into the situation and it's escalated the scenario in this point.
Does that make sense to you? Would you would you rule in favor of the family of this person based on what you just said?
You can't unless you can. You can't, because that's a fact of life, though, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, you can't blame. Listen, we can talk about stock levels, and it should be more sneakers, and they know people going crazy for the sneakers. Why won't they just make more? That don't mean all that's true. I agree that they should make more, especially during the pandemic, during the height of the resale era, because now it's now an era, because it seems like we passed it a little bit. Is at least as far as what we saw right before and during the pandemic. But
go bro.
You can't. I can't blame Nike or Shoe Palace for somebody that's not associated with either of those companies for doing something crazy.
Okay, so basically, I'm just reading while you're talking there. I was just reading this. So basically, if you see this, you can actually have a read. You can go and read this, pause this video and read it. But basically, it says the complainant allegations of that both companies knew and did nothing to stop the prolificate of sneaker violence over the years in neighborhoods across America. So some of the most desirable and thus dangerous sneakers are made and marketed by Nike. Basically saying because of hype, it's driven that market and it's caused this scenario. And if Nike produce more pairs, then obviously they are not. They won't be as much demand, and therefore this violence may not have occurred. But also the second allegation is the fact that and no form of security nor training to how to deal with this type of scenario of violence was actually ever undertaken. So like it's interesting. It's definitely interesting.
I think with Shoe Palace could have been proactive, more proactive than clearly it seems like they were. A lot of my local stores, even inside the mall, have security guards. Even one or two security guards. I'm gonna just stick with one. Even one
Yeah.
security guard can make a release happen very differently.
Yeah.
The fact that a lot of these retailers are pretty much forced, which is a good thing. Not being forced, but they are forced into hiring security people for these releases, especially on release days. First come, first serves. I don't see how a raffle. I'm guessing it was a sign up,
Yeah.
but if it's a
Yeah.
raffle, there should be no commotion if people just coming to pick up for their raffle W's. You definitely
Yeah.
can't blame the store for that. If people coming to pick up for raffles results in violence, that's not the store's fault, because doing a raffle where people coming to pick up shoes that they confirm W's on, that's the right way to go. That's why we have the raffle systems that we have today, to stop a lot of the violence, and it's worked.
Yep.
It's worked. Only
Yeah.
in first come first serve situations does it get so tense and so
Yeah.
hectic, to
It's
where you
really.
need security people. You need people that have done sneaker releases before. You need people that's going to control the crowd. You need people that's going to have a voice and a presence to be there, not only in the community, because we do have some of those people in the community as well, but you need people that are paid to do this, that's going to be there and handle these situations, so we don't have people dying, people getting stabbed, people getting jumped and beat up and all that kind of stuff. I mean, these stores make a lot of money, bro. They can hire a security guard to come and be there for 5, 6 hours, 7 hours. They can, hell, call the police. I've seen stores call the police and have the police oversee first come, first serve lines, and they're on the clock for whatever department they work for. They're not on the clock for the store. Because if I was a police officer, I would rather go to this place and help contain and corral this chaos, versus show up after the fact to pick up somebody off the ground.
Yeah. I basically we don't see a lot of first come first serve anymore, and when we do, it's different. Like the Patter triple white, the Patter all white release, was released this Friday, just gone, and that was the first come first serve, and there wasn't any drama. But it feels like when it's a bit more controlled and everybody knows the situation, it's better. But there's a bit prior to that, there was releases in Glasgow, there's releases in London, there's releases I went to as well. Obviously, you know about the Obsidian One release. And then we all see this first come first serve. First come first serve is almost obsolete as we speak. It almost doesn't exist anymore. In the true sense of what it used to be pre 2016. It doesn't, or to even 2019, it doesn't exist anymore, because basically, like, they don't do it because they don't want the drama on their doorstep. But this is obviously a raffle release, and it looked like there was arguments from the raffle release, and he got caught up in it, and he got shot. Unfortunately, it's tragic what happened, and I don't know. Sometimes you don't know what's going to happen until it happens, and then you'll have to deal with the consequences and put the actions in place so it doesn't happen again. And I think that's one of those scenarios where it's unfortunate what happened. Obviously, working in Shoe Palace, working in Foot Locker, working in JD, working in N, working in Offspring, working in any of these retail stores, you know what the situation is. You know, and this is you need, if you don't know, you need to know what's going to take place in your store. And I feel maybe Shoe Palace could have warned people that this is going to happen, or there might be a training platform in place now. But this is why I don't understand when you go to some stores, some of the employees don't know the releases. Like if you go to a store and you ask somebody for something, they don't know what the sneaker is. And you're not supposed to know what the sneaker is in general. Like if you work there, if you might just be an employee, but you might not be a sneakerhead, and I understand that. But when you're dealing with very rare items, items that sell for ridiculous amounts of prices, and it becomes a commodity that everybody wants. You need to know what the situation is. It's basically like you walking around with £1,000 in your pocket, just hanging out, and people can see it. You need to know the situation, because some of these sneakers do go for that much. Some of these sneakers go for 500. Some of these sneakers go for 400. So there will be people out there vying and trying to break their neck to get these sneakers. There'll be people out there camping for like 24 hours for first come first serve for these sneakers, or even longer. So from that scenario, your employee needs to be educated, and if he wasn't educated, he needs to know what the situation is. Sometimes this is why some people, I know some people are, it's a flight or fight kind of mode. You either go in and help, or you run away from the situation. And this is why some more people are reluctant nowadays to go and help people, because basically, if you try and stop an altercation, especially in the UK, you might get stabbed. In the US, you might get shot. And it's like, how much do you value your life before you go into that situation? Do you need to kind of weigh up the odds of what's happening, how fast and how quickly it can go south? That's something that you need to kind of educate your staff on. So maybe some blame can be thrown in shoe palace, but I can understand the family are grieving, and because they lost a family member or lost a very relatively young person from their family community, and they want to kind of get some justice for it. And I don't think it's never in this scenario can I think of anything else apart from grieving people that want to know or want to get justice than anything else in that scenario. So I do feel sad for that situation, and like it doesn't belong in sneaker society. That those types of scenarios we need to kind of eradicate them, and we need to do better. Even for us going to releases and anybody else goes to releases, we need to do better. No sneaker is worth the value of your life, ever.
Nah, hell no. Not for no love and rubber, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's and I know that there is a quest for hype. There is a chase for the latest thing. There is the need for the latest thing for a lot of people. But it's never value somebody else's or your life over a commodity that is easily replaceable. May not seem like that's at the time and situation, but it's not worth it. Like 100 and something, or to get. So, if you want to marginalize this, let's marginalize this, right? Even if that sneaker was worth £1,000, or even like 20 grand, and you could get 20 grand if you sold it, or if you're a reseller and you want to get it, and you have to go through and do stuff like this to risk your life. You're basically valuing your life at 20 grand. That's literally that. In a way, you're valuing your life at 20 grand. So it's never worth the risk, bro. The risks always weigh out the reward in that scenario. Never in a million years is my life worth just 20 grand.
Right.
So and it's sad. It's a sad scenario, very sad scenario. And I don't know. We like to talk about positive things, but I wanted to just bring that up and get your opinion on it, because that is something that's happening, and I'll be interested to see what the outcome from that scenario is and how it forces Nike's hand. Because let's just, bro, people died over sneakers for how many years, bro? Since sneakers have been about, I would say, since hype was about for sneakers.
I mean, people die for crazier things. I mean, it's for a material thing like a pair of shoes. That's just, I mean, people go crazy about, their significant or former significant others in relationships. People go to war about families and big business. We talking about a pair of sneakers. Nah, you can have them, bro. I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm not getting in no type of physical or even verbal altercation with somebody about some shoes, bro.
100%. It's not worth it. Definitely not worth it. There's a bigger picture in life than just the commodities that you buy. Sneakers are I like it. Like I always say, hobbyist. It's a hobbyist thing. It's a hobby that we pick up sneakers, wear sneakers, rock sneakers, like sneakers. It's a hobby. So you should never. For me, it's not never that serious. If it's never that serious for me to kind of affect my life. And you know I love sneakers, and this is why we do the Shootout podcast. But it sometimes it's bigger. It's bigger than just a pair of shoes.
It's always bigger.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say, bro. That's what I meant to say. So, apologize for the downtone of that actual, actual discussion, but more on a strategic value, bro. This one really intrigued me this week, and this one actually kind of basically caught my attention, and it is this. Talk us through this scenario, bro.
Hold on, what happened?
Adidas to change the CEO early as it battles China slowdown. So the general gist of it is the German sportswear are getting rid of Casper Rohrstedt next year because he's still got 3 years left on his contract, but they're getting rid of Casper next year. And
You know why?
this is I'm gonna read what this article says. Then we'll talk about why.
That article's some bullshit, but go ahead and read it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna read. I'm just gonna read the article. So basically, I know, bro. This is what we're discussing it. So German sportswear Adidas will replace the chief executive Casper Rohrstedt. I think that's the way we say it. Apologize if I don't say it right. Next year, he's still got 3 years left on his contract. Basically, it's because they blame it because of they blame it because they're suffering from shrinkage sales in China and effects of war in Ukraine. They're basically saying also the fact the shares in Adidas fell by 5% in Frankfurt. Basically, it's the current climate. They're also blaming COVID through this because there's examples of how the downtrend in COVID has happened. They actually celebrated his success pre-COVID because obviously sales were up to an all-time high, and they were selling out numbers. But obviously, over the years, we've seen a backlash with COVID. We've seen a backlash with what's happening in Ukraine potentially that could affect it. Obviously, Adidas don't provide anything to Russia anymore, so that's affected the sales, profit margins as well. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. But what's your take on it, bro?
Yo, 2 words for you. Kanye West.
Do you reckon?
I think because we've seen Kanye speak on Casper a couple of times.
Okay.
And I think Adidas has decided, and this is pure speculation, by the way.
Yeah. We love, bro. If we don't talk about speculation, if we don't talk about between the lines, because let's get it right. Looking between the lines is pure speculation. Looking between the lines is a seek for truth and discovery, and it is always based on speculation. And if we don't delve into the speculation of the matter, we'll never know the truth of the matter. And if we didn't know the truth of the matter, we'll be zombies. So this is why I love this, because when we go into speculation, we always break it down. So go on, bro. Just give us your speculation.
They decided that Kanye is more valuable than him. I think him and Kanye been well, I can't say him and Kanye. Kanye has been at his throat for a while. He wanted more control, he wanted a bigger percentage. And with the stuff that happened recently, you know, with the slides and Kanye going crazy, they stealing my stuff and they won't let me do my Balenciaga, blah. Oh, all of a sudden, Balenciaga Gap collab drop. All of a sudden, Casper out of there. The Balenciaga release The Gap Balenciaga release was a couple weeks ago,
Yep.
and a week later, Casper is announced that Casper is getting let go, and they're gonna have to give him his money because unless it's some type of clause in the contract where they can't fire him, he getting his money. So they're gonna have to pay him his salary, whether they give it to
3
him.
years early.
Yeah, whether they give it to him throughout the term of the contract or they give him a lump sum, which I doubt they'll give him a lump sum.
So he had a 10-year contract with Adidas because he joined in 2016.
They'll probably cut him some of the remainder of his check and give him the rest of it over time. But I think it's Kanye, bro. I really do. I think Adidas got tired of the fight, and they got somebody that'll somebody that's got a better relationship with both sides that can help iron out some stuff. Because Kanye has been quiet since the Ad Elite situation. There were some other things that he could have spoke on that we talked about at length on a couple episodes, but I think as a result of the bad relationship with Kanye, and Kanye is the moneymaker right now. He's the breadwinner.
I do not doubt you, bro. I do not. That's a good. I didn't see that, to be honest. And I always watch the angles. I didn't see that one coming. That's a good shout. I think you might be right there, bro. I really do think you might be right. Because
every company is going through stuff. We saw Nike go through it with China. We saw everybody lost money, during the pandemic. Everybody had to do layoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Nike, decided to go more direct to customer and stop dealing with these retailers as much. So a lot of things have changed, but we haven't seen many CEOs get cut off like that either.
You also got to remember, everybody's feeling the pinch. Everybody's feeling the pinch. I'm talking. We've just talked about every single Jordan that's not hype sitting. We looked at Stealth 1s sitting. We looked at the Varsity Red Jordan 1s sitting. Denim's sitting. We've seen Jordan 12 Stealth sitting. We saw Desert Elephant 3 sitting. We've seen
Green Bean. Citrus. Yeah. Midnight Navy.
And we just mentioned Jordan's here because basically that's the stuff we know is sitting. We've seen restock after restock after restock. We've seen some restocks from last year come to this year. We've seen a lot of releases. We've seen a lot of stuff is sitting. This is from the Nike Jordan brand. You don't see them. Everybody's feeling the pinch at this as we speak because of the situation that's going around in the world, the high energy costs. Now you fight with Ukraine and Russia. All of that's happening. All of that's happening is affecting us globally. There's other factors around as well. I think we potentially could be heading to another recession, but that's a whole different financial discussion. But like everybody's feeling the pinch, bro. But this is I totally agree with you. Where now the only people that's having it's like a clear out. It's like almost like we can use this excuse to get rid of people that we don't want there, that can increase the relationship that we with people that we need there. Because if that's true, bro, we know who's actually got the power, who in that relationship.
Well, check this out now. So we know, even though in business, across the board, all industries, in business, sometimes when high-profile people get let go, it's reported as an amicable split. Yeah. That's not always the case. We see it with sports teams where coaches and players and front office people get let go. And we know about the bad relationships. We know about certain negative situations that happen before these people get let go of. But then the report is it's an amicable split. I think this is one of those situations where Adidas is like, wait a minute. We can't keep going this direction. We're going to end up losing This guy that pretty much is keeping us afloat. He's keeping us in the conversation. He's keeping us at the top of
in
the
the bracket.
pile.
Yeah.
And we can't afford to lose him because he's having disagreements with this guy. Even though Casper has been there and he's done a lot, he's spearheaded a lot for them. We don't acknowledge him. I didn't know who he was until Kanye brought his name up and it was in a negative light. So let's look, Casper. We can't keep doing this. You and this guy don't get along. We choose him. You got to go. We gonna give you your money, and we're not gonna damage your reputation on your way out.
Yeah. This is a kind of the situation with Kanye. Even though I think it's still a publicity stunt, but I think there's still, like I said in the start, it feels like a publicity stunt. They're using the negative energy to push models that normally wouldn't be pushed, like the Adelaide 22 wouldn't get the same push, or the Addy from Q was getting that branding advert, stuff like that. But I did also say that there's still some of the frustrations that Kanye is talking about not having his Gap release, not being able to do sneakers with this high-end designers and all of that stuff. That I can believe is true. That I can definitely believe is true. I don't even the pettiness that is Kanye basically coming out to saying my models are being copied. I think that was just out of frustration. Like if you go back to when Kanye started with Adidas, there's a lot of models that Adidas use, which is similar to what Kanye did. Because he's never had a problem with it until recently. So that frustration's boiled over since the fact that he couldn't do stuff with Gap, he couldn't do stuff with Balenciaga and all of that stuff. So that's kind of giving him more ammunition where it didn't need to be. See what I'm saying? It's like saying, you know what? I'm not happy that you're using my models. I'm gonna say it. And it kind of enforced. It made people raise an eyebrow at Adidas as oh yeah, you are. But I don't think there was never a situation there, because I think he might have just been involved in some of the development of those sneakers anyway, from my perspective. But some of the true frustrations, which is the Gap and the Balenciaga frustration, is basically fueled at. And that's because of the conflict between the CEO and potentially with the CEO, as you're saying, with CEO and Kanye. So that has increased what's escalated now. And that situation right there reminds me of Nike and Kanye.
Yeah.
They weren't releasing my products. They're not releasing the what do you call it? The my Yeezy ones, Yeezy 2s. They're not giving me what I want. They're not giving me that 15% that I want. Like they're not the Red Octobers haven't released, and the fact that when Kanye left, they released the Red Octobers straight after shows you that situation and how spiteful they were together. So Adidas know the situation. Adidas know that they need Kanye more than anything else, and I think they saw what happened with Nike and Kanye, and what's happening with the CEO, currently the CEO with Adidas and Kanye being very similar. And they're like, we need to kind of solve this quickly before it escalates to a point where we won't have one of our best sellers around anymore.
Yeah.
I
think both Adidas and Kanye learned from the Nike situation, and they trying whatever they can to avoid it.
Yeah, avoid or resolve, and that this is why I think Casper has gone now 3 years early as well. So he still has 3 years left on his contract, and that was just goes to show that Adidas wanted a quick resolution to that, because basically they don't want Kanye to leave, and they know that power struggle. They know the fact that he brings in everything, but will that affect Yeezy Day next year? Will that affect any releases next year? Because we're getting the Private Blacks next year. I don't know what it's going to do. If Kanye gets more control of his brand, his releases, if it's Yeezy and doesn't want Yeezy Day, if it's, I don't think that's the situation. I think we'll still get Yeezy Day, but if he doesn't want it, that could change the whole spectrum of Yeezy releases.
Yeah, and listen, there's no one man controlling everything. You
Yeah,
know, there's a hierarchy, there's chain of command. So whoever was up under him and right above him, him being Casper, whoever was right below and right above him, they know what's going on too.
yeah,
It's not like they taking him out and leaving a void. It's not like they're replacing him with Kanye. But probably, somebody else is gonna have that position. Maybe they'll have the same amount of power, maybe they'll have less responsibility or vice versa. But they probably won't miss anything unless they find out after the fact that Casper was doing something much better or differently than the next person.
yeah,
So I mean, for they sake, I think if my speculation is true, it's a good thing for them because now they won't have as much trouble containing Yeezy. You gonna always have trouble containing a dude like Kanye because he's just so out there and he has the ultimate belief in himself. But I don't think it's not going to destroy the company. But it's going to definitely keep them. We're going to keep them away from first place, and that's what they're trying to get. Like making big changes like that in the middle, especially in the middle of his contract.
yeah.
That's not a good thing.
So let's look at it from a different perspective now. So that I truly understand the Kanye situation and the consequences of that whole situation coming to fruition from discussing it with you. Is this a general shake-up though as well? Like
I don't think so.
think of it this way. Like, I believe Casper's. I believe what you said. Casper's gone because of Kanye, right? But don't you think Adidas is sitting there thinking, with Kanye is our biggest seller, what else are we doing that is important? Let's just take. There should be somebody. If there isn't, there should be somebody sitting there thinking, let's take Kanye out of the equation as a single company source. Just Adidas alone. Is it working?
I can't. I don't know, bro. It's so many moving parts with that. Like we discussed last week. There's so many moving parts when it comes to the infrastructure and the marketing and who's making the decisions on colorways and silhouettes and everything. Then there's the timing. There's how fickle the community is in
Yeah.
general with releases and the timing of releases and the resale market and all. And
But
it's just it's a lot. There's a lot of moving parts. We don't know if. I mean, we'll see if them letting go of Casper helps them in the long run. But at the end of the day, bro, I can't see it as a positive move when we haven't, outside of Kanye speaking on him, I hadn't seen any controversy surrounding him unless it was something that just wasn't publicized. Like
yeah.
it wasn't an Ann Herbert situation.
No, it wasn't an Anne Herbert situation, which is, but I don't. You have to be a special case to lose that position, if I'm honest. And she's a special case, but basically, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree that the whole Kanye situation probably forced Adidas's hands. But like, I also think there's other contributing factors to that could have influenced that as well, like the fact that they're falling behind to New Balance slightly. They're not doing as well in the strategy perspective. Their silhouettes aren't as high. The Gazelle release wasn't probably as popular. The Bad Bunny's still there. Bad Bunny release still gets sold out. That's still fine. Pharrell Williams line is not as great. Fear of Gods, what's happening with that? There's a lot of contributing clogs to this, and I feel the Kanye situation probably was the end of it. Like now it's you got a situation with one of our best sellers. We need to kind of think about it, and I truly believe that that's what's happened, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. That's probably what broke the camel's back, the straw that broke the camel's back. That was a situation, and especially if Kanye is saying your name in public, then that is a situation. But since the NMD range, without Kanye, Adidas has really fallen back.
Yeah.
Really gone backwards. Really, a lot. In public opinion, I know Marcel was going to say they still do well in sporting brands. I know he's going to still say all the stuff that he does say about Adidas, and I truly believe it. He's fine. Adidas are doing a lot of things with YouTubers like KSI released with the forums. They're doing a lot of it. Oh, that's one spectrum. They're doing a lot of things with like recycling children's sneakers. It feels like children's releases. I'm going to be really honest. It feels like children releases and memorabilia rather than sneakers. Like having a Simpsons collab, South Park collab, even though some of the sneakers are dope. Home Away collab, Jurassic Park collab. Doesn't that feel like that? Isn't that touching a release, a collaboration done with a movie, touching your like childhood, like almost like remember this. You should get this because this is a Home Alone collaboration. Oh, remember this? It's a Jurassic Park collaboration. Oh, you guys like South Park? Here's a South Park sneaker. You guys like Simpsons? Here's a Simpsons sneaker. Oh, Legos, that's very popular. Let's do a Lego collaboration. Do you see what I'm saying?
It's a different approach. It's a different approach. But I just, bro, we can talk about this till we blue in the face. They don't have the silhouettes, bro. They don't have a 990. They don't have a 574. They don't have a 992. They don't have a Dunk. They don't have Jordan Retro. They got Shell Toes. They got Forums. They got Gazelles.
Yeah.
Those are their top three.
I would say the ZX range is pretty decent. I think the ZX range is a pretty decent sneaker to have in your
rotation. You're right about that too. However, we looking at this from the sneaker culture perspective.
Yeah.
How many silhouettes Adidas got? They can't come. Travis Scott got more sneakers than Adidas has popular silhouettes. And he's only used a handful of silhouettes. Think about how many collabs Nike has with different silhouettes every time. Yeah, there are some that repeat. Of course, Jordan 1s are going to repeat because they're popular. We got 2s repeating now. We got 4s. We got a lot of different silhouettes from Nike. We got Dunks. We got even Nike basketball shoes, foam posits and pennies and Zoom 95s with Supreme and all this. Bro, Air Max. Look at all the special day sneakers, the Earth Day and Dia de Morte and like Halloween, all the different stuff. Nike is running through silhouettes that they can keep pulling back up over and over and over. And it's over 20 dope silhouettes. Adidas ain't got that. New Balance is closer to Nike as far as number of hot silhouettes than Adidas is.
Yeah, Sean Weatherspoon is the hype behind Sean Weatherspoon, what he did with the 97-1, and when he went over to Adidas and what the Super Earths. I truly do enjoy looking at his vegan range. It's very special, very unique, but it's not for everybody, and that's the thing. It's a range that's still growing in the community, and I think it's good to have Sean Weatherspoon there trying to enforce that, trying to do unique different things. But there's not a lot of there is and there isn't. I still believe Like every sneaker that you just talked about, bro. The forums go on sale, Gazelles go on sale. They all go on sale, like for sale discount. Like I didn't understand the Gucci Gazelle, and I think it did sell out eventually. I'm not too sure. I didn't pay that close attention to it, but Gazelles, you can pick up a Gazelle for £35, and they go on sale. They go on sale and on an extra sale. So they're not. It is a very casual sneaker, and obviously they do really like they market to other people rather than sneakerheads. But there's people that wear Gazelles, there's people that wear ZX Ranges, there's people that wear a lot more. But they've lost ground since NMD faded away.
For sure.
And Kanye's being the only person that's predominantly there with their sales, predominantly there with their releases, predominantly there giving new stuff. We're in that time we've seen 350s, we've seen 700s, we've seen 380s, we've seen 450s, we've seen the what do you call it, the foam runners, the slides, we've seen the knit runners. We've seen a lot more silhouettes from Kanye than anything fresh from Adidas. That tells a lot. That says a lot as well. That says a lot as well. Like you have okay, we got an Adiform Q, which is coming out quite soon, but we've got the Air Max Scorpion coming out from in that same time period. We've had the we had the 270s. Wasn't the 720s that 720 Air Bubble as well? Isn't that we had that with the Scorpion, Air Max Scorpion. We've had a lot. We've had 3, 4 advancements in silhouettes within, and in that time period, I forgot we've had Adapt L self-lacing sneaker as well. So that's also
Vapor Max.
Vapor Max when NMD was there. So yeah, so NMD since I would say NMD was a big thing for Adidas. It came out. Went everywhere, evolved everything, got used in Yeezy as well. But I don't know. They've lost momentum. For me personally, they've lost a lot of momentum in the whole sneaker arena. They've lost so much so that New Balance have caught them. Puma are hot on their tails. We talked about this last week as well, didn't we? Puma, New Balance. Under Armour need to do a couple of things. They could start challenging in the next couple of years. There is, bro. Like there's a lot of competitions within the bigger companies for that second, third place, and before they even start thinking about competing with the global brand Nike is. And yeah, Adidas have lost ground, 100%. I have to see. You were spot on with that analysis with Kanye. I think that's what basically tipped this whole situation in favor of Kanye, in favor of getting rid of Casper, and that was a really good deep dive actually as well. It makes you really think about the business aspect of what means more to Adidas than anything else.
Yeah, because they we know they got to do something different. So maybe this is that's the first solution they felt comfortable with was changing, the high end boardroom, changing some of the not the boardroom, the front office, changing some of them front office people around, seeing how that worked out.
So that we'll see. Like Casper's leaving in 2023. We'll see who's appointed. We'll see the direction that Adidas take, and that's gonna shape them for the next 10 to 15 to 20 years, I think. So they
hopefully for their sake, he don't sabotage something on the way out.
Yeah. Hopefully not. But I whoever they appoint at this moment in time is going to shape what the outcome is going forwards in the future, because basically that's going to mean what they're gonna take into business and how it's going to shape the company going forwards. Whether that's going to be more of a favoritism to Kanye, I think. How do you feel about Kanye doing? Like going with Balenciaga, going with Gap, going with different brands, trying to get that first collaboration with that Yeezy. How do you feel about that? Like in general, like do you think Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a good thing for Adidas? Do you think it's a good thing for it's definitely a good thing for Kanye because it's getting his brand out there.
It's a natural progression for him. If I was Adidas, I would roll with it.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's personally a good thing. Like in terms of what Kanye's doing, I think it brings some sort of attention in. It might even open the doors for Adidas doing some collaborations with these different brands as well. And like they could do what a Balenciaga. Well, there is a rumor to be a Balenciaga Triple S Adidas, isn't there? So that's going to be.
It's real.
Yeah, it's real. It's real. So it might be coming out soon. You never know.
I think it already dropped. I think it dropped on Balenciaga website.
You're right. You're right. Sorry, you are right, bro. That did actually that did actually drop, and that actually was a thing. So yeah, so it might, and that could have happened from just generally, bro. Just generally, Adidas talking to Balenciaga. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean it's natural progression, bro. They gotta keep moving forward, and it seems like that's what they're trying to do. We'll see what happens.
Okay, so today we're not going to do sneaker call because basically we have got a bigger last topic subject, bro. This is a question that we released to the bros out there. This is the question that we said, yo, guys, what do you like better? What colorway do you like better? Because it follows on from our last week's discussion. If you didn't see it, please do go and see it because basically this is something that we wanted to bring to the forum, and it's something that is going to be definitely interesting to look at. But I'm gonna share my screen. So Q, you pulled this together last week. Hold on, where is it? I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. Why can't I pull it up? Okay, cool. I might need to pull this up slowly, one by one, and see if it loads because basically it feels like to me I might not be able to open this. Hold on.
I definitely can't open it because I ain't got my phone, my PC going.
Let me just exit this. Close all windows. Yeah, so I apologize for this. I'm just gonna try and load this up and share the screen. Please do share my screen now. Hold on. Okay, cool. Apologies for this. I'm just trying to. Technical difficulties, bro. Today's full up with technical difficulties.
I don't know what's going on, bro. It's crazy. Like it. Truth be told, I wanted to have another battle set up for today.
Okay.
But because of some of my technical difficulties, I wasn't able to put it together in time. So,
all right, cool. I'm gonna just share my screen. It's gonna be easier to share my screen. So basically, I will click through and we'll discuss it. Let me just share my entire screen. And there you go, guys. So Q, you pulled this together last week, right?
Yep.
So, and you said to the bros, you said to everybody out there, right? Cool. Pick your favorite colorways. So you basically the color combos, the predominant color combos that we get that are not OG tiers, but they are literally recognizable and very, very predominant within our rotations. And we discussed it. So we've got from left to right, we've got the yellow tour. Basically, it's any yellow color combination that's got that tour or that yellow on it, which we're talking about lightning fours, we're talking about thunder fours, we're talking about all the fours. Literally, you can see on the left, that is your tour yellows. Then you got another variation called the stealth variation, where you got the stealth threes, you got the stealth you still got stealth fives, and you got the stealth ones. Also, you got the starfish starfish colorways, which predominantly is with that shattered backboard OG variation. Then you got the cool grey, you got the cool grey 11s, cool grey 4s, and cool grey 3s, and then you got the university pack, which is basically university blue, which is UNC 1, UNC 3, and UNC 4. So we're talking about this. So we gave everybody a choice, right? And the choice was
my idea, the original idea for it. If y'all watched the last episode, y'all know was which colorways. We doing 3 sneakers each colorway, and this is just the first one. So it's not a pick a shoe thing. It's a pick a colorway thing. 1 through 5. So it's rankings 1 through 5. Where are you at? 1 through 5.
Oh, so basically 1 to 5 being first of all that the tall yellow being 1 and the university blue being 5. Yeah.
Yeah, and you place your rankings according to your opinion. So I went with UNC first, Shattered Backboard second. Oh, I'm sorry, UNC first, or University Blue first.
Yep.
Starfish second, obviously because of that the 1 high and low, not so much the 13. I went with Tour Yellow third because all those 4s are just ridiculously great looking shoes.
Yep. I agree with that.
I went 4th with Cool Gray because I don't like the Cool Gray 4 as much as I like the 11s and 3s.
Yep.
And Stealth, the only Stealth, I like the Stealth 3s, not as much as I like the Cool Gray 3s. And obviously I like the Stealth 5. I got a pair of Stealth 5s, so that 1, they could have kept that. And I went with the True Color codes. If it doesn't have that color on the box, it don't count. That's why for Stealth, we had to go with the 1 because I couldn't find any other Stealth Jordans that are retros. Anyway.
So you basically didn't go with the Stealth 12 either because basically I think we had this discussion. You said 1 or 12. I said 1, and then that's what we went with 1. Cool. That's fine. So my I've had a long time to look at this, and my color combo. My number 1 is going to be the cool gray. I love the cool gray 3. Love the cool gray 4. Love the cool gray 11s as well. So that's my number 1. There's something about just the cool gray colorway is so dope, so dope. My number 2 is going to be UNC, your University Blue. The one's dope. 3's dope, 4's dope. And the fact that 3's based on a PE, dope sneaker. Dope.
Right.
That's the one that's coming on my number 2. My number 3 is all the 4s.
Tall yellow.
Tall yellow, all the 4s. Lightning Thunder. All of those 3 4s are absolutely gorgeous. Right. So that's my number 3 pick. My number 4 pick is a Starfish. I know, bro. It's got the shout backboard. I know it's got such an iconic sneaker on it. Orange is a unique color. Orange is the color of my religion. So basically, orange is very predominant in my actual culture and religion. But orange still gets my number 4 pick. I don't do Jordan 1 lows. The Jordan 1 13 Starfish I didn't pick up because I didn't feel it as well. And I pick up 13s, bro. I pick up pretty much every 13s. I didn't feel it as much as something I really needed in my rotation. So on that, this is why it gets 4th place, even with that shattered backboard 1. And my last pick is the Stealths because basically it's new. It's like except for the 3s. The stealth 1 is still an old sneaker, but like it's the stealth 5 is still like an old sneaker, but the stealth 1 is relatively new. The stealth 12 is relatively new. So for me, it's probably a colorway that grows, and it's too close to the cool grays to be warranted in a higher place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and see, I could have went Wolf Gray. I think Wolf Gray would have had a better time than Stealth, but I don't think it would have beat Cool Gray anyway. In hindsight, I should have went with a different color besides putting both grays in this first battle. But I think whatever category Stealth landed in, they probably would have been 4th, if not last.
Okay. Now we're gonna have a look at what the other bros said, like because there's choices here. So I'm gonna show you my pick here first of all. I had a couple of responses. So Johnny 72 Roberts went 5, which for me number 5 is UNC Blue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then he went at number 4, which is Cool Grey. Number 1, which is the tall
So
yellow. Number 2, which is number 2, which is the stealth, bro, over the starfish.
that's crazy. That's
All
crazy.
right.
That shattered backboard one is better than all 3 of those shoes combined.
Yeah. I have to agree on that, bro. So second up is VTech Vapor, which he went 5, which is, from my recollection, is UNC.
UNC,
Number one being the tall yellow. Number
Tall
4
yellow.
being the cool grey. Number 3 being the starfish, and number 2 being the stealths. Retro 23 CA went number 4, Cool Greys, and he went Cool Greys again next in the line before. I think he just loves Cool Greys, bro. So that dark horse went number 4, Cool Greys. Number 5, UNC. Number 3, Starfish. Number 2, the Stealths, and number 1, the Tall Yellow. Right. That's quite shocking. That not shocking, but I can't believe the Tall Yellows went last. There.
Yeah.
So you're obviously there as well, but we already go through your order. But the bro Crepsaholic went 5 UNC, 4 Cool Grey, number 1 Tall Yellow, number 3 Starfish, and number 2 Stealth. So why is this the hold on, let me stop sharing my screen because I want to see your face, bro. Why is Starfish really low, bro?
It's because of the 13.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that. I think it's because of the 13 and the 1 low. Because like if you put that shatter backboard by itself with all the one choice on each of those colorways by itself, everybody's picking that shatter backboard, bro. Am I not wrong?
I thought about doing home, away, and 3.0, but it wouldn't have been fair, bro.
That would have been fair. Everybody was gonna pick that Starfish.
It would have been a wash, dog. And yeah. I also could have put the women's Starfish 4s instead of the 13, but I said nah. I'm gonna leave that 13 in there, and we gonna see what happens.
Yeah.
Because the one is so strong, I think it pulls enough weight to carry the 13 with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And but the thing is, like, I'm surprised. I'm from that reaction alone, bro. Cool Grey was up there. Cool Grey
and UNC definitely 1 and 2.
That was definitely up there, bro. I'm talking like a lot of people picked that sneaker. A lot of people picked that sneaker. The Cool Greys and the UNC, but I didn't expect Cool Greys to do as well. I like the Cool Greys because of the 4s and the 3s, and it's nice to have the 11s as well. But the Cool Grey 4 is such an iconic sneaker, and the 3s to me is very iconic sneakers. But this is why I chose it as my number 1 because I like it's a neutral color. You can wear it with everything. You can wear it with different styles, and it still goes really well. Almost like that. Almost like having a triple black or triple white. You can have a Cool Grey. Bang.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my responses. Now let's go through your responses because there's a whole nother segment to this, right? And I'm gonna just open this up and I'm gonna go through one by one because this is time to name never shame, but name people and their choices on the Shoe Dog podcast. So I'm gonna share my screen again and it's going to go in crazy again a bit before I open this up. There you go, guys. So now, sneakers fresh out the box went Starfish, UNC, University of Blue, Cool Grey, Tall Yellow, and then Stealth.
Stealth and last again.
Stealth in last again, but
we just had her on the show, bro. We know she a hype beast, so of course she chose
I
Starfish
was not
because
gonna
of the
say
show.
that, bro. I was not. I was not gonna say that, but you said it for me. I was gonna say. I literally was gonna say. I'm just gonna refer to the title that we gave her. What was it? I'm lying. Call me a hype beast. That was the title to the show with the sis, and yeah, that goes to show her choices. But it's a great choice. I'm not gonna lie. That's a kind of a good look at it anyway. But
Yeah, it is.
next up is Alex DG, Alex the bro. He went Starfish, UNC. Stealth, cool gray, tall yellow. I can see that. I know the bro, and I can see why he put the stealth and the cool gray in those positions. And I know why he picked the UNC and the starfish up there. Obviously, he's picked the starfish because of the Jordan 1 shoutback boards. UNC is a good colorway anyway. Stealth is more of his vibe. Like I think the bro looks for neutral colors, way more. And the
Yeah.
tall yellow is too yellow for the bro, so I can understand that choice. This is another good shout. Stealth reached a bit more of a high there. Polar the bro went yellow, uni blue, cool gray, stealth, and then starfish at the bottom, bro. What is going on here?
Yeah. Wait, is that you sure that you sure that's Paula?
There's Polar, bro. There's Polar at the side.
Okay, yeah. I couldn't remember his picks, but I knew I couldn't wait to talk about his with you because that's controversy right there, bro. Starfish last under stealth. He could have at least
Yeah.
put Starfish fourth. Why in the hell would he put stealth fourth and Starfish last, bro? That is
Maybe he
crazy,
likes to.
man.
Maybe he likes the stealth threes and the fives and the ones. I don't know.
I
I don't
guess.
know, bro. that was a joke. Okay, then we had we next up is your bro.
Right.
King Rod. So he's gone cool gray. Okay, cool. I if I know Rod
We
I know the years.
we know why he chose Cool Gray. Them
Yeah, we
Cool
know
Gray
right.
11s is them Cool Gray 11s like a grail for him. He got
Yeah,
highs, lows. Matter of fact, his highs just fell apart and he couldn't cop repair from last year. So
yeah.
I know why she chose Cool Gray.
And I'm also gonna say that the fact that he doesn't do a lot of low numbers like ones, threes, fours. He does
Nah,
fives. I think he does fives and does everything beyond that, which is why you see his picks. UNC Blue, University Blue got number 2. I can see why he got like that's a good like for him that's good, but he doesn't hardly win any of those.
it's the
So,
one. It's the
yes, the
ones.
one.
That's why.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. You know him better than I do. The stealth, I can understand the stealth because he's picked that because of the Jordan 5.
I think that was a troll.
You reckon?
Nah, I'm talking shit. Um, yeah,
I
I
think
do
it's because
think
of that.
yeah, because of the 5. I think yeah.
Yeah. He's gone for the starfish because of the 13. I reckon.
Yeah, he
And the
loved
1.
those. He loved those. We copped together same day,
Yeah.
and he's worn. I hadn't worn them. Actually, I'm trying to get rid of mine, but he loves his Starfish 13. He's
Yeah.
a
And
13. He's a 12 or 13 guy.
yeah. And then obviously the yellow tour went last because he doesn't rock
He
fours
does,
as like.
he don't like 4s at all.
Yeah, there you go, guys. And we're like, I'd like to think I know Rod as well as you do, but you know him better than I do. But
Yeah,
yes,
we had the discussion about 4s a lot, bro. He don't like no. It might be 2 or 3 pairs of 4s that he ever said he would consider copping, and he ain't copping.
okay, this is a unique take. No, but this is I think I actually called this spot on, didn't I?
Yeah,
Yeah, I knew Cam was doing Starfish. I knew Cam was doing University of Blue for that Jordan 1 as well. I knew he was going to do the tall yellow because now he's got into 4s a bit more because basically he's found his right size. I knew the cool gray was his 4th pick, and I knew Stealth was his 5th pick. I kind of got that spot on. Definitely got this one. If you don't know Cam loves the color orange. Loves it.
Yeah,
Absolutely
I
loves
had to
it.
go Starfish. That's easy
Yeah,
choice for him.
yeah, that was the easy choice for him. Next up is the sis Jenny. This is going to be quite interesting. She's gone with Starfish, UNC, Tor Yellow, Stealth, and Cool Gray's last, bro. Are you putting Cool Gray's last, sis? I need to talk to you.
But she don't like 11s.
No, but she I don't. What else Cool Grays were there? There was the Freeze and Force. Yeah, maybe she doesn't do Freeze and Force either.
I,
Does she?
I
No.
I had a conversation with her behind her picks. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I believe she said that she don't like 11s. Either she
Yeah.
doesn't like 11s or she just don't like the cool gray 11s, just like Polar. We know Polar
Yeah.
don't like cool grays.
Okay. Cool. Next up is E, the bro E. Okay, he's gone with UNC. He's gone with Cool Gray. He's got Starfish third, Tor Yellows fourth, and that Tor Yellows because I don't think E wears a lot of fours as well as threes. And obviously the Stealth is last again. So Stealth is predominantly coming in last, but there's some good choices out there.
It's over.
Next up,
Stealth is fifth. Period. That's it.
so Blazing Guns has gone with UNC number 1, Cool Grey is number 2, Starfish number 3, Tor 4, Tor Yellow is number 4, and then Stealth is number 5. So that kind of makes sense there. The Cool Greys and UNCs are predominantly 1 and 2 on average for everybody because I think that's just such a great color combo with all of them. And last but not least, and we've gone through a lot of people now. Last but not least, the bro, Mr. Miller, he's gone weird. Easy, Yellow, UNC, Cool Grey, Starfish, and then Stealth. And that's a good shout. That's a very good shout. A very, very good shout.
Yeah, I was a little surprised about him putting Starfish so low. I thought Starfish would be 1 or 2, but it makes sense choosing that Tour Yellow pack because out of all the picks, you can kind of call the UNC a pack, but that Tour Yellow, the Thunder and Lightning and alternate Tour Yellow fours is definitely a pack. All fours, all black, white, yellow. You really can't go wrong with that Tour Yellow.
Like my choice was Cool Grey, UNC, Yellow. Those are always going to be my top 3. Starfish is just 4th and Stealth is 5 for me. So it's always going to be that choice. The more I look at it, I think when you pick the colorways, it's all based on what do you call it? The quality of the sneakers, not individually, but as a collection of sneakers. Like for me, the Cool Grey's got the 11, 3, and 4. That's so dope, so dope. UNC's got the 1, 3, and 4, still very dope. The Tor Yellow hasn't got as much variety, but it's got all the best fours, right? Outside the OGs, best fours outside the OGs. Then you obviously got the Starfish, which has got the 1 low and then 13. Obviously, that's a very unique taste and take to it. But then the Stealth is obviously, like I said, it's new. It's got the 5, one of the best silhouettes around, 3, and then 1. But it's very new, a sneaker that needs to kind of resonate over the years and live within its color range before it kind of comes out and we start talking about it as being a classic color combo.
Yeah, we need better. I think we need better colorways that are led by Stealth. The Stealth 5 is easily the best Stealth shoe for me. The 3s, I like them, but I prefer the Cool Grey, like I said earlier. But
what did Scott say? Yeah, I didn't see Scott's choices.
I forgot to say Scott. Scott chose, I want to say, Cool Grey UNC, Starfish. No, Scott. I think Scott had Starfish 4th and Stealth last. If I'm not mistaken, I'll send it to you after the show. Apologize, Scott, for failing to include yours, but we'll definitely we'll have it together next week. when we
Heard
we
you.
we're gonna start another one. I want to start another one next week, so I'm gonna work on that during the week. Hopefully by Wednesday, after the episode airs on Tuesday, I can go ahead and get that one up so we can discuss the next battle.
I can I know Scott really well, and I think his choice, and this is just me. Think I did talk to him. I think he's picked the cool greys, then the UNC, then the tall yellow, then the starfish and the stealths. I think
Yeah.
that's always his choices. Yeah, obviously we've had technical difficulties all day today. And we're recording late as well. But unfortunately, like that's a situation. Like Q's on his phone, and we've just been trying to get everything together before we actually went and recorded this session. But things happen. We're not even done sneaker court this week because I think what we've condensed into 2.5 hours is perfect for especially with that colorway discussion. That's unique.
Yeah.
I want to see more colorways, but also then want to see more packs.
Right.
That's going to be a different.
So that was the thing. I want to do packs. Also, I want to do OGs. I want to save the OG battle because that's going to be tougher than the colorway and the packs battle.
Can you imagine, bro?
Now the packs battle has to be at least 2, no more than 4 sneakers. That's the rule I want to have set for the pack battle. The colorway battles, I want to keep it at 3 though. And the OGs, it will just be the OGs. It don't. If it's 7 OGs, it'll be 7 OGs on the list.
Okay, cool. Are you going, because you can split this up? Like I'm talking, you can split this up massively. Are we going OG silhouette, OG colorway, or OG monumental points in history?
No,
Like,
just OG, just OG releases. Like if it's the Jordan. Now the only one that's gonna be difficult as far as OGs, I think, is ones because there's so many OG ones. So it'll probably end up being Chicago bred Shadow or maybe Chicago Royal bred or something like that. But
so you're doing it in silhouettes. You're doing it in like, okay, cool. Okay, cool. That's one. I think we need to break it down into very different layers. Me personally, I think a silhouette would be great. Silhouette discussion would be great. Like Jordan 1 silhouette versus Jordan 2 versus Jordan 3 versus Jordan 4 versus Jordan 5. That would be great. But then when you start looking at color blocking OGs, when you start looking at Chicago color blockings, and you like start looking at bread color blockings, and you start looking at shadow color blockings, then it becomes even more difficult because you're talking about Chicago 1. You got Chicago 1 versus a bread 1 versus a shadow 1. Then you're looking at a fire red 5 versus a black metallic 5 versus a black cement 3. Like you're looking at different color combos, and a lot of people got favorites, you know. A lot of people got favorites.
Because look, if we did bread, let's just say we did bread. We would do bread 1, bread 4, bread 11.
Yeah.
If we did fire red, we would do fire red 3, fire red 4, fire red 5.
Yeah.
But then it starts to get, because even though we know the Chicago Jordan 1 is the Jordan 1, right? But is it fire red? No. University red.
You got to still put it in. No. You got to put it because it's part of that home and away thing. You got to still put it with that fire red 3, Chicago 1, fire red 3, fire red 4, fire red 5. Now you're
Carmine.
Carmines. You're talking about the Cardinals. Then you're even talking about the
Concord.
13s, the Cherry 13s go in that as well, bro.
Yeah, Concord 11s go in there too.
Yeah. No, that's
it's the home colorway.
Yeah, if you base it on the home and away, but if you truly base it on if you start to, but that's difficult. That's difficult. That's difficult because now What do you regard in the shadow colorway?
Shadow would be 1, Cool Gray 11.
Yeah, but
Nah,
Cool Grey 11s could be debatable because it's not really. Some people regard it as an OG, some people regard it as non-OG.
Shadow. Ooh, Black Metallic 5.
Nah, that Black Metallic 5 is part of the bread colorway. So it's got enough red on it to be your bread, bro.
The only red on it is the Jumpman on the tongue. It's the only red on the shoe, and the lace lock. That's it.
Oh, that is
It's gonna be
difficult,
tough.
bro.
It's
Yo,
gonna be
bro,
tough.
I'm gonna say this. Even if you put that shadow alone by itself, all on its lonesome, that's hitting somebody's number one. That's gonna
Yeah,
be like just like the Cool Grays. That's still gonna be up there. Just like the cool, that shadow one can just sit there and be glorious all by itself, bro, and it still be winning, bro. That's all I'm saying.
and see, this UNC gonna have another column also because we got the 2s, we got 9s, we got 1s, OG 1s, 11s. Obsidian. Do we put Obsidian and Flint in the UNC category?
I'm just gonna run through your selection, right?
It's
You
gonna be
pick
some decisions to be made, bro. Big decisions.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a scenario now, right? Basically, because I see today or yesterday or the day before, was it day before? Probably day before. I like. I just use the dramatic music because I want to give you your choice. It's not lose, choose, or don't worry about that, bro. You made enough difficult choices today already. So you pick 3, which is the Starfish. You pick 5, which is the UNC. You pick number 2, which was the Stealth.
No.
Yeah.
Stealth I had number 2. Last.
What's number 2 then?
I have UNC 1, Starfish 2, Tour Yellow 3, Cool Gray 4, and Stealth last.
So what I'm looking at this moment in time is wrong then.
Wait, are you looking at what I sent you?
Yeah. You pick 3, 5, 2, 4, 1.
Okay, I went Starfish, then UNC.
Then Stealth, then Cool Gray, then you went number 1, which is the Tall Yellows.
I made a mistake, bro. Hold on, bro. Hold on.
Did you get it in the wrong order? You must have gone. Okay, I got you. You went from right to left. If you okay.
No, I went from left to right.
You went from left to right. So your choices are your choices, bro.
No. Oh, I put a number on each column.
Okay, cool. So we'll disregard that. So what did you say?
That 1 being last is UNC being first. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, cool. So all right, I'm gonna just share this again. So what you're saying is you're choosing you chose UNC first.
Yep.
Then you chose
Starfish.
Then you chose
Tour Yellow.
Then you chose Cool Gray. Then you chose Stealth, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That doesn't really matter what I say, right? Because like the Jordan 5 UNC is a real thing, bro.
Not the PE now. Hold on now. And the Bluebird don't count because it's not university blue.
No. The Jordan 5 UNC that's coming out next year. There's early pictures of the upper. It is a thing.
I ain't seen it.
It is a thing. It is a thing. Do you want me to show you, bro?
No. Nope. I'm gonna look at it when we get off. Because I don't need nobody looking at my face while I'm looking at University Blue 5.
It's definitely a thing. It's definitely a thing.
I'm gonna pull it as soon as we finish recording. I'm gonna go hide in the closet and find pictures of that shit.
Okay, it's definitely a thing. If it's true from what I've seen through the pictures, is definitely all blue all the way through on the upper, new buck all the way through on the upper, looks dope all the way through on the upper, bro. It's just, if the pictures are correct, and this is from a legitimate source, it's all the way through, blue all the way through, all over, like literally. It's been there's no midsole to it. There's just upper paneling, and it's basically being constructed. Somebody's taking a quick snap. It could be I put a caveat to everything I say because it could be from the UA stores. It could be something that's foo. But it looks like if that's legit, if that's real, if it's come from a true source, then UNC fires are definitely a thing next year, bro, and it's going to be quite mental.
We'll see, man. We'll talk about it next week.
And on last but not least, what do you think of that Gore-Tex 5?
I like it. I wish it wasn't women exclusive because that means no, it's Gore-Tex, so it might come in extended sizing. But I may or may not go for it. I mean, my black metallic's still in good shape.
I'm definitely going for it. I'm definitely going for it.
We'll see, man. I mean, if it's looking, when we start getting official pictures, if it's looking good, might have to try it out.
True that. And on that note, I know we didn't have Sneaker Court this week. That's because we had a packed lineup. We will discuss a couple of things that were happening in the sneaker world, especially the whole momentum shift with Adidas, especially the whole color discussion, because that's going to be a very fascinating discussion over the next couple of weeks. And obviously, your input is always. It's always important. Your input is always important. Your thoughts are always important. We like discussing things that you like discussing, and also just generally, there's other things in the actual sneaker world that we need to discuss, like Travis Scott's and the releases, the Chicago. So it's going to be a packed lineup into full time. It's going to be mental. But I'll just say, don't put yourself in debt for a pair of sneakers, guys, because things are getting hard. And on that note, I will let the bro wind us down, and we'll be at your YouTube segment now.
Yo, man, look, we always appreciate everybody that support the show, man. Y'all got anything y'all want to hear us talk about, man, or touch on? Y'all get at us in the DMs on IG. Love Kicks Custom and 808 Kicks ATL. For the bro TJ, like he always say, man, hopefully everybody continue to have a great day, great month, and the rest of the year. Looking forward to the holidays, man. Hopefully everybody can cop whatever it is they want, because everybody deserves to cop the sneakers they like. Shoot Out Podcast, man. Episode 32.
Take care, guys. Take care.
Peace out.
Oh.